Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Today I'm moving towards the dessert and I'm going to share with you today how I make my delicious coconut rolls. And guys, this one is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's delicious. So come on, let's go. For my coconut roll, I have all the ingredients here that you are going to need. So in here I have 2.5 cups of flour. I have half a teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg. I have half a cup of white sugar, granulated sugar, and I have half a cup of brown sugar. I have some rum extract. I'm going to put a little twist on it and put a little rum extract in there. And I also have some coconut extract. And I have some vanilla extract. And I also have some vanilla bean paste. I have a cup of warm water, and I have here also 1 pack of rapid rise yeast. Rapid rise, guys. It's going to be quick, so we're going to be using the rapid rise yeast today. And here I have about 3/4, almost 1 coconut, which I went ahead, I just peeled it off, and I took my coconut, I put it in the blender, and I just blended it. If you have a box grater, go ahead and grate it. I think that's the best way, but for the sake of this video, I went ahead and I put my coconut in my blender and I just blended it. The box grater just takes a really long time, and you also have to be very careful with it. And here I have 2 tablespoons of almost melted butter, and here I have about half a tablespoon of just regular butter, just sitting here room temperature. I'm going to add this to my coconut for a little extra buttery flavor, and just a little pinch of salt. And for my coconut roll, you will also need some red food color. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on my heat, my pot here. To my pot, I'm going to go ahead and add my coconut. And my half a cup of brown sugar. I'm going ahead to prepare my coconut first, because after it's done, it needs to cool before I can put it in my dough, because the coconut is going to be the filling for my dough, guys. So you need to have this done before, so it has enough time to cool. Also to this, I'm going to go ahead and add half of my half cup of granulated sugar. The other half will be for my dough. And I do not like my coconut to be too sweet, so I tend not to use too much sugar. but you can use a little more sugar if you would like. To this, I'm going to go ahead and add my tablespoon of butter. The reason I'm adding the butter is to just give it a little extra flavor, and when you use butter, it tends to give it a nice buttery, add a nice buttery flavor to your coconut. So I'm going to turn down the heat on this, and I'm going to allow my coconut to caramelize in my sugar. So go ahead and turn the heat down to low. I just went ahead and added about 2 tablespoons of water to my bowl that I had my coconut in. I'm just going to add it to this. And I'm just going to let it sit on low heat and caramelize. So while my coconut is getting caramelized, I'm going to go ahead and start on my dough. I'm just going to go ahead and sift my flour. To my flour, I'm going to go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, just for a little sweetness for my dough, and a pinch of salt. To this, I'm going to go ahead and add my pack of rapid rise yeast. I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 tablespoons of butter and my water. That was 1 cup of warm water. And if you feel your dough is too dry, go ahead and add a little bit more water, but a little at a time. And just go ahead and knead. It's sticky right now, but as you continue to knead, it will get less sticky. I'm just going to go ahead and cover with some cling wrap. and let this rest. While my dough is proofing, I'm going to go ahead and finish off my caramelized coconut. I'm going to go ahead and add my cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, so this is almost done. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add a little coconut extract. I'm going to add some vanilla paste. About 1.5 tablespoons of the vanilla. Smells so good. I'm going to turn down the heat all the way down. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my red food color. This is what is going to give my coconut the red color. I'm going to go ahead and use a whisk so that all my color gets distributed. Go ahead and add as much or as little as you want, guys. Now I'm just going to allow this to cool. I already went ahead the first time and worked my dough. I'm going to go ahead and work it again one more time. To set it back in my bowl for a few more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven and I'll come back to my dough. Just going to go ahead and sprinkle some flour on my mat here. Now I'm just rolling out my dough so I can put my filling in. So now I'm going to go ahead and spread my caramelized coconut in here. And the coconut smells delicious, guys. And it doesn't appear to be much, but remember, you are going to roll the dough. So all the coconut is going to find itself on the inside. So you want to spread it out. So even if it doesn't seem to look like much, it is totally going to work, guys. And I personally do not like a lot of coconut inside of my coconut rolls. I like enough, but not to be overwhelmed by too much coconut, especially with the sweetness. So I suggest if you want a lot of coconut in there, go ahead, but just cut back on the amount of sugar because it tends to get really sweet. And when you roll it, all the coconut will be in the middle. So that's why you don't always need so much coconut. This is just enough. And I'm taking care to spread it out because I just want to avoid, after it bakes, for some parts of it to be empty. I'm taking my time to really spread it out. And that's it, guys. Now we are going to roll. And this is where I always find this mat comes in really handy because you can use the mat to help you roll with ease. And then you just tuck in the ends. And seal in the edges. As you do not want when it's baking for it to come open and spill all the filling out. I have my tray here. I'm going to go ahead and put some parchment on there. It was a little too long for my tray and I do not have a wider tray. So I just improvised and made it into a half circle. I'm just going to go ahead and brush some butter on there. I'm using unsalted butter. That's it, guys, and into the oven it goes. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 25 minutes. So my timer has gone off. My coconut roll is ready. beautiful, guys. Look how beautiful it turned out, guys. And this is a beautiful snack or dessert. I love having my coconut rolls with my coffee in the morning time. It is just so delicious. It smells delicious. Everybody in the family will love it, guys. The kiddos will love it. And this is just another way to make a beautiful snack at home. You do not always have to go to the supermarket to pick up cookies or cakes. You can just make this beautiful coconut pastry. Look how nice and soft. You just look up the recipe and you just put it together. It's really, really simple. If you guys noticed, you did not even need too many instructions because it was just pretty straightforward. Caramelize your coconut and it just comes together. Just put your flavors in it, put your twist on it, make it your own. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you're making it for home, you're making it for the kiddos, it doesn't have to be perfect. And the first time you make it, it will not be perfect. But if you keep making it, you keep trying, the more you make it, the better you get at it. And it will be worth it. Because making this at home did not cost me much. I already had my flour in my pantry. I had all my spices in my pantry. I had the sugar in my pantry. So if you really think about it, I did not spend anything to make this beautiful pastry. And here it is. Look how beautiful this is. And I got an entire tray. So if you have a large family, this will be right up your alley because it's so inexpensive to make. You would save a ton of money just by making this coconut roll. So inexpensive, so quick, so easy to make. My coconut roll came out beautifully. It smells delicious. It looks delicious. Let's eat. Look at this, guys. Look how beautiful this is. That's all the coconut in there. Beautiful. The dough is nice and soft. And it is just Beautiful. This is so delicious. I've made these coconut rolls so many times, but I do not know what happened this time. It is just better than I remember. The pastry is just so nice and chewy. The coconut in there is just perfect caramelization. It's not too sweet, which was what I was going for. It smells delicious. The vanilla, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, the allspice, all my spices in there. I can smell the coconut. It is so delicious. Such a beautiful treat, guys. So good. This is so delicious. In my country, we call it just coconut rolls or roly-poly. So I know it's also called red belly, and also it's called salara. Let me know in the comment section if you've made this or had this before, and what name it is that you guys refer to it, where you're from, if you've had it before. Perfect treat for the entire family, guys. We've come to the end of this video. It was an honor today for me to show you how I make my fabulous, delicious coconut rolls at home. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and stay tuned as I bring you more fabulous, flavorful, and budget-friendly recipes. Until the next video, thank you so much for watching. Bye.